Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do the HANACURE mask. So I've already peeled back the edge. I've washed my skin. I used Glossier jelly, milk jelly cleanser to clean my skin. And I've just poured in the little vial that comes with it. It's a pain in the ass to open up, but you just put that in and then you close this up. You close this up and give it a little shake. Give it a nice little shaky shake. And, oops, I dripped some out, a little bit out. Sometimes that happens. You just give it a shake for about 5 seconds, just to ensure that it's mixed. I think it's 5 or 10 seconds, something like that. And then you peel back your little mask. I'm gonna give mine a little mix. It comes with this really cool little brush. Just give it a little nice little mix, make sure everything's already mixed up there. Start the process. And then what you do is you just paint this on your skin in an upward motion, I guess. Avoiding your eyes. You can get under your eyes, but oh, and you're not supposed to get your lip either. I just got a little bit of my lip. So you just want to paint this on, and make sure for you older ladies to get underneath your neck, because that's where gravity tends to pull us and pull us down from our foreheads, making us look older than we are. So you want to get your neck, just up to your throat. And they give you an ample amount. A little goes a long way. You're only supposed to paint on a little. Get it real good around your nose, your Cupid's bow. There are fine lines around there, especially if you smoked like I did, like an idiot as a youth. Wasted my time on tobacco, on the tobacco. So the wacky and the regular, both. Pour down the bridge of your nose. It feels so good. It's such a cool experience too. I have to say, you can feel the quality. I know you're supposed to use this once a week. I can't afford to do that, honestly. $124 a month is a lot of money for this, even though I will say it's worth it. The quality is definitely there. And I use it all up. I don't care. I want bang for my buck. So get underneath there. Just really work it in there. And you'll see, I mean, it's pretty amazing what happens. I don't know if you know, but my face is I'm gonna look like a swamp monster in a little bit. Your skin gets so tight you can hardly talk. So, and this takes like 15 minutes, I think 15, 20 minutes. You're supposed to leave it on for. I should know. I should have the instructions with me, but I think it's 15 minutes. If I'm not correct. And I'm not sponsored by HANACURE. I wish I were. Oh my God, I wish I were. I sing their praises all the time on Facebook. Get off your lip. And that's it. I'm done. My little monthly facial is done. So now all I do is sit and wait, and you'll see what happens. It'll be funny. And they tell you to fan yourself, so I shall do that. Just give myself this a little bit more in there. So that's that. And then I'm going to take something to fan myself with. How about we use my lovely little kimchi postcard from when I got my lipsticks. Really great. I thought it was adorable, and it's handwritten. It says my name. It's very cute. Anyway, you just fan yourself a little bit to activate the drying process. Give yourself a little bit of la 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 la. A little bit of that. I find that as I'm getting older, my skin is not as tight as it used to be. It used to be so tight, and I have to drink a lot of water. I have to remind myself every day that I need at least 64 ounces of water a day. at the very least. Usually I like to go up even more, almost close to 100 in the summertime, because the more you drink, the more hydrated your skin is and the plumper it feels. Actually, also getting a good night's rest is another really important thing to do. But so yeah, so it's starting. I can faintly feel it starting to work, starting to get tight around my lips and my cheeks. And I think everything in here is completely natural. I will tell you that it's a pain in the ass to get the vials out of the little plastic packaging that it comes in, the box. And then it's a pain in the ass to open up the vial. You have to be very careful to not cut yourself. There's a little piece of metal there, and it's glass. So you have glass and metal, so you can cut yourself real bad. You have to be very careful with that. But other than that, I think it's pretty remarkable. And, you know, you can do this on Easy Pay or Afterpay, I think it is, where you make three payments of like $40 or something. That's what I did, because I can't afford, it's just a lot. It's a lot to keep up with wanting to feel youthful, I guess. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? It's very hot here. We have no rain in store for us for quite some time. Which means that my poor little plants are going to suffer because they have to get regular water and not rainwater, and that makes a big difference. But it is beautiful outside, and after this, my husband and I are going to go for a late lunch. He is off for a couple of days, which is so nice having him home. Kind of disrupts my schedule a little bit, but in a good way, not in a bad way. And today I had no deliveries this morning, and so things are very, very slow for me. It's very, very scary. It's a scary time, but I have to forge through and know that something will come through. Hopefully that second friggin' stimulus check that we're all waiting for. And I found some interesting conspiracy theories out there. I just saw one. I didn't go through the whole thing. One of my classmates from high school sent me something this morning about where you can go to Google and put in any number, any three numbers, and it'll say new cases. Just hit new cases with that number on it, and then it'll come up no matter what number you put up. There's some state or some place or some town where they're experiencing that exact number of COVID cases. Weird, right? Bizarre. I don't know. I didn't finish the whole thing, so I don't know what the aftermath is, but you can go check it out for yourselves. It's pretty interesting. I'm really into those conspiracy theories. I like the really strange and bizarre ones. And I myself suffer from a condition that I can't explain. I mean, I'm sure it's been explained medically, but to me, I really feel like it's something more than that. I sleep with my eyes open sometimes when I'm really stressed out or really tired, or I've missed a lot of sleep, or I'm hungover. Back in the days when I would be really hungover and come home after not sleeping for 24 hours and being up partying and doing stupid shit, I would go to bed and I would feel like my body would get very paralyzed, like where I couldn't move. It's sleep paralysis. They call it cognitive dreaming, I think that's what it's called, something like that. Anyway, I would fall asleep and I felt like a leaf drifting to the bottom of a pond, you know, like where it's just floating in this weird buoyant space, but I can't move my body and my eyes are open. I know they're open because I'm consciously aware of it. I am fully consciously aware of it. It's the same thing when I sleep talk. That's a new thing for me. I talk in my sleep and I completely am aware right when it starts happening that I'm doing it. And I'm like, why are you doing that? Why? That's so weird. But I have no control over it for that moment. I don't know what it is. I say every 7 years your body changes, your chemistry changes, whatever. During the sleep paralysis, I have the same sort of experiences usually. I feel like somebody is grabbing my ankles and pulling me out of my body. I know it sounds crazy. I never really float to the top, but I sort of hover over the floor. And I usually get dragged around. And I can feel it. I know I'm going through rooms. I've actually been pulled through the floorboards. When I lived in San Francisco, it used to happen quite frequently when I lived there. I was pulled through the floorboards of my house, of my apartment, which was above a cellar. And I'd never been in the room of that cellar, but I was in that state. And when I went to go look at it the next day, because I was like, I wonder if it looks like what I thought, It completely did. The chair was there. There was a light, and it was just a cinder block room with a dirt floor. Believe it or not, because my house was very old. I lived in North Beach, and this was a house that survived the earthquake, the 1907 earthquake. I think it's 1907. I should know it by now, but very strange, right? And I'm being dragged by a man who's always wearing all black. He has red hair and green eyes, and he is beautiful, but he's so mean. He's like so mean. And a couple of times he had a priest, you know, the white thing, the white collar that priests wear. He wears all black, and he sometimes has a priest collar on, and sometimes he has a black dog with him, and sometimes he wears a hat, and he's laughing, but it's not nice. And when it happens, I hear a buzzing noise. It's very bizarre. It's happened ever since I'm 13, maybe 12 or 13. I think I can remember it happening. But when I was little, I always remember falling asleep. And I remember I would see a man sitting by the side of my bed. And he would rub my ankle very tenderly, like a grandfather. And he was always dressed in saffron robes, like a monk. And I didn't even know I'd never seen one before. Maybe I had, I don't know. That's when I was itty bitty. And I never felt scared by him. I always felt like he was there to protect me. But this one is not. This one is really evil. And I've actually, when my husband moved in with me, when we were living apart, when he finally came to America from Russia, we were living in our apartment. And this one night, my husband actually got up and looked around the house. He felt it as well. He felt like something was in our house. So I can't explain it. I don't know what it is. I don't like it though. I hope it's not like, you know, aliens harvesting babies for me, the ones I could never give my husband. It's just a strange thing. I don't know. One time when I was living in Manhattan, I saw a green light glow under my duvet. I was sleeping in my studio, and my sister had a loft, and I used to sleep in the studio when she would be in town, and she would take the upper bedroom, and I had a futon in there, and I swear to God, oh, it's happening. See, it's happening. It's getting really tight. Oh, it feels so good. Work your magic, HANACURE. And I saw this light, this green glow of light. I got so scared, I called my mom. And I said, Mom, I think I was trying to be abducted by aliens. And she was like, whatever you've taken, don't do it again. And stop. But I was completely sober. I wasn't high or anything. It was just so weird. It was a strange feeling. I couldn't go back to sleep. And my sister said that she had heard a humming noise. And that's when I knew that she had experienced it as well. And we've had experiences upstate New York where my sister lives. She lives in a remote area called Ellenville. She has a country home up there, and it's a really old part of New York, upstate New York. It was an artist colony during the turn of the century, and so people have always said that they've seen weird lights in the sky. I never did. I've only seen the aurora up there, but I've never seen anything weird. But my sister and I both had an experience. And we were sleeping in the same bed because we were alone and we were scared. She lives near a prison. In Ellenville, there's a prison, and somebody had escaped from the prison, and people said that the guy was up in Ellenville, like roaming around, going from house to house, because a lot of people are only there on weekends, and we were there on a weekday, and there was a blizzard happening, and we were so scared. And that night, my sister and I had an experience that we could not explain, but it happened to both of us. And we saw this green glow of a light in the room, and we were both paralyzed, and we couldn't speak to one another, but we were both staring right at each other, and we were both awake. And we were scared to look and see if there's something in the room, and then we both don't remember anything after that. It was very strange. And other people have reported having UFO and alien abduction things going on in Walker Valley nearby. Pretty scary. It's kind of remote, so I guess that kind of shit could happen. I don't know. I mean, am I a fool to think there is not other life form out there? No, there has to be. There's no way that this one planet can exist in galaxy upon galaxy upon galaxy upon galaxy upon galaxy. I just wonder, like, how weird it would be for a technologically more advanced alien life form to come here and see that we're, like, living in such a way, the way that we're living. It's kind of weird and strange. Anyway, we're getting to the point where it's almost time to take off. I'm gonna let it go. I'm at 14, almost 15 minutes, but I didn't put it on right away, so I'm gonna give it to 18 minutes. Anyway, that's what my little story time was about that. And I also wanted to say I was a fool. My last video, I was really a fool to think that, well, when you're a nobody and somebody has a little bit more of a following than you, you're kind of an underdog and you're not worthy of a reaction. I get it. I understand. I'm not that person. I don't care how famous I ever got, or I'm a pretty popular person in my community. People know me because of my business. I've always been a popular person in high school. Anybody who knows me knows this. I was the class clown in junior high school and in high school. I knew everybody. I was able to like circumnavigate crowds and be like everybody else in any sort of crowd situation. And people naturally gravitated towards me because I'm funny, or I was. I don't know that I'm still funny. I mean, I'm funny to me. I don't know that I'm funny to anybody else anymore, but I'm a good time. I'm really a good time. I don't know. I have to say that I'm sad that maybe Chantal did not see my video, and it's okay. It's okay. I understand. But when people stick up for you, you should stick behind them. You really should. Because no man is an island unto themselves. And you can have all the fame in the world. And I understand that you have a great family and you have great friends. I mean, we all do. I don't have a great family, but I have a pretty good small circle of friends that I know that I can count on. I have a great husband who loves me. I love him. We're each other's best friend. We are so fortunate to have found each other, and considering our situation, managed to get married many years later. But to not react, to not even just say thank you, is really, that to me is bad manners. And it's a shame. I'm not gonna not subscribe. I'll let her have her coins. She'll get her time with me. I'll still watch. And I still have the hope that maybe someday she'll make the right decision to do the right thing. I saw that she was rolling out a walker. Good for you. Any way that you can get out there. I have to get one for myself, I think. My back is so bad. My back is very, very bad. And I'm not much thinner, but I am thinner than Chantal. I'm by 100 pounds. And I don't want to ever get back to where, well, is she 400? I don't know where she's at now. I was 398 and I'm 5'4.5". I don't know how tall she is, but I could not, at that weight, I don't know, she must be taller than me, or her fat is distributed differently, but I could barely fit behind the wheel of my car. I could barely walk. I couldn't wipe my own ass. I'm gonna be truthful. I had this like stick thing that I used with a washcloth. I could barely stand in the shower. It was agony. I don't know. She must be very lucky to not have the same situation as I had, but I had cellulitis, so my legs were so filled with fluid, that happened. So, there's that. But I do wish her well, even despite, feeling like I'm not even worthy of a thank you. All of the people who stick by her side and send her positivity, even when she's being negative, it's rude. It's absolutely rude. And I don't care who you think you are. I've sat next to royalty. I've served famous people. I've taken care of a famous person's child. I know movie directors. I know authors. There's still people. We all shit, right, Chantal? You shit, I shit, we all shit. But it's rude that you cannot find the time to just say, hey, thank you for the nice words. But sad thing is, you remember those people, and you never know who's going to be on top one day and who's going to be on the bottom the next. it's nice to know that people have your back when those days occur, and yours are fleeting. It's sad to say. I hope that you stick with what you're doing just based on your health, and I really think you're an interesting person just to watch in general. And I'm not going to stop, even though I can't say that I'm as interested as I was a couple of days ago. But it is what it is. I guess you'll figure it out. Anyway, I'm going to leave the video for a second. I know it's going to be a blank wall. I'm so sorry. Just stick with me. I'm going to go real fast. Just wipe this off. And I'm going to get close enough so you can see. I can feel it on my skin. It's amazing. I'll be right back, okay?